This week I am joined by Silenced. A lot of you may know him from his Road to 120 series, or you've seen one of his money making guides or top 10s. He's recently done top 10 account goals for all different stages of accounts, which is a really interesting watch. I'll suggest giving it a go if you're not sure quite what you want to do next. This interview was recorded live over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RSCC interviews, and you'll see at the end we have a little Q&A from the chat. Lots of questions, lots of topics are covered today. We cover favourite bosses, favourite quests, favourite Slayer mobs, as well as going a little bit more into why he plays Runescape. We'll also cover his favourite videos he's made, what he enjoys about making videos, and the largest challenges of it. So I hope you're ready to join me as I head into the mind of Silenced. Hello, Silenced, and welcome. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Warm, but windy, which is
That's good.
a bizarre combination. So, how did you get into RuneScape? Let's start with a classic question. How did that first start?
So I guess I started when I was around in elementary school, maybe around 10 years ago. My my best friend, he basically just showed me the game for the first time. I remember just going in my basement on my computer with him. He was showing me his account and stuff. So that kind of sort of got me into it. Of course, I made my first account then. And I was always really into the progression, the levels, skilling, and all that. Yeah, I've spent a ton of time in free to play back then.
I guess it's because you can set those little micro goals. So it's alright, by the end of tomorrow night after school, I'm going to hit 40 mining or something like that.
Yeah, did that a lot, and definitely especially playing with friends back then. That was a lot of fun as well, because a lot of people played it, at that time.
You're kind of comparing it to your friends, trying to be the best, and
yeah, I did that a lot actually. Yeah, you always want to reach a certain milestone before them, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any moments from back there that stick out in your memory?
So I guess we went to the wilderness a lot back then, me and my friend, and we would always go kill those giant rats in the wilderness, cut the trees, and cook the rat meat, and we'd head out into the deep wilderness and walk into some random cave, and we were low level and nearly get one shot by a lesser demon or something. There's just lots of fun stuff like that.
Do you ever get lured into the wilderness in your later years, or have you been quite smart about it?
I don't know. I don't think I've been lured. I know my friend has probably a few times with those teleport spell tricks or whatever. But no, I haven't been lured. I've been pretty safe with those kind of things.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff going around. There was a weird one I saw the other day where it's show me 1 billion trade and I'll trade you 100 mil. I do wonder how successful that is.
Yeah, there has been a lot of weird scams and stuff that, I don't know, I don't really see too many of them, but a lot of people do mention it. Be good to sort of bring awareness to those so people don't fall for them.
I think the biggest issue right now is the Twitch phishing streams. I haven't seen them for a couple of weeks, but they did come back again around Desperate Measures launch and the start of Double XP.
I remember seeing some of those. Yeah.
Twitch got to do something about it. Got to stop them.
Yeah, they should just ban those accounts, but they don't seem to do it.
I think they do. It's just they're so slow in doing it, and because it's all view botted, it just gets right to the top of the directory before anyone can have a chance to stop it.
Yeah.
So anyway, where does the username Silenced come from?
So there isn't really anywhere in particular where it came from. I guess I used it for an old gamer tag back when I played Call of Duty. Joined some random clan. I had to make a new name. I just chose Silenced, and when picking the YouTube name, I've thought a bunch of different names, and of course you kind of want one a bit original. So I checked if anyone had Silenced, and that's sort of why I chose it.
That's nice. It's a nice kind of clean name as well.
Yeah.
It's almost surprising no one else had grabbed it, if that makes sense. But I mean, when did you set up the account? How long have you been doing this stuff?
YouTube. I guess my first video was like 5 years ago, but of course, like I only uploaded maybe 5 or 6 at that time. I used to upload like some Call of Duty videos way back when, like my first few videos. Of course, they like really bad edited and they weren't really well done. Didn't get many views, but I remember my first RuneScape video that I made was like about 5 years ago. It was like some money making guide, free to play money making guide. Don't think I had any audio in it. I just did like slides with text and stuff. I recorded it with my phone, like looking at the computer screen. It was like, yeah, really low quality, but I really started doing it pretty seriously, I'd say about 2 years ago, and then I've been uploading pretty consistently since then. So yeah, taking it pretty seriously for about 2 years.
So I'd imagine in that time you've gone through quite a variety of editing software, or have you kind of found one you liked early on that you stuck with?
So I got like a MacBook for school, so I've sort of just been using that for editing, just iMovie on that. And then recently I got a new PC. I was meaning to switch to a new editing software, but I couldn't really find one that I really knew how to use yet. So I'm still trying to figure out one that I could learn pretty easily. But for now, I really just edit on iMovie.
Yeah, at their core, a lot of the editing programs are very similar. It's just you have different hotkeys and the menus
Yeah,
are all in different places. It's just a case of relearning where it all is.
yeah, that's the real thing. I just need to take some time and like really just learn a new one. I'm thinking probably like Adobe Premiere Pro is probably one that I might try out.
Yeah, it's kind of the go-to.
Yeah,
Really, like I'm quite lucky in that I can get the student Creative Cloud thing, so it works out like 75% off what it would normally be.
yeah, I might try and get that too. Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back to RuneScape. Have you got a favorite NPC that wanders the game's world?
Um, I'm not really too into the lore of RuneScape. So, I mean, I guess I would probably just go with Zanuck because he appears in quite a few quests. Um, but I guess like not really one that I really like.
And then, is there any quest that stands out, even if it's not from the actual content? Maybe it's the rewards from it that.
Um, probably the World Wakes quest. That one I probably remember doing the most. You get a lot of good rewards like Death Swiftness, Sunshine, stuff like that, and you like got to do all the. There were quite a few boss fights in there as well, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty combat heavy, and then if you are into
Yeah,
the story, it's also very quite an important quest for that.
yeah, very important quest. Lots of
Yeah.
good rewards.
And then what about a favorite boss?
Oh, favorite boss. I would have to go with Araxi. Yeah, I've done, I think, 450 kills of Araxi, which is pretty good. I mean, I did like probably 400 of them all in the span of like 3 months. I just always killed Araxi every day until I could like complete a few legs, and so that's probably my favorite. But I am looking to get into a lot more bossing. I haven't really done any like high level bosses and stuff like that. Like I just got my first Telos kill not too long ago. So
Congratulations. How was it? What was the worst part for you?
uh died quite a few times on phase 3, I believe. But it
The
didn't take
one
too
where
long to get the first kill.
the one where he just randomly pushes you out of the beam and explodes and does
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, the minions and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, not fun.
Yeah, like that phase really confused me too, but I don't know. I think I could do Telos because it only took about probably 3 or 4 tries to get the first kill. It isn't too
Yeah.
bad.
There's lots of stuff that I think once you know how to react to it and you know it's coming, it suddenly becomes a whole lot easier to do.
Yeah, for sure.
So on that tangent, is there something else like in game that you really want to learn how to do? Has there been like what is your big goal at the moment in RuneScape?
Um, I guess right now the goal is to finish my Slayer series. I think I only have like 60 million XP left, but after that, I definitely want to try and do a lot of bossing. Like I'm not really into like elitism at RuneScape. Like I don't really go for, I guess, super high tier like DPS and stuff like that. So that's something I want to try and do. You know, like get better ability rotations, better equipments, use switches and stuff. So that's probably the next step, and then just do some higher level bosses like some Martellos, maybe some AOD, Solax, stuff like that.
So on the Slayer grind, have you got a favorite task?
Favorite task, definitely it has to be the Dragon Cluster task, and then go to ED2.
Yeah,
That one's just insane. That is so insane. I got like 1.8 million XP on that task on double XP. It was just crazy.
I can't imagine how much those late dragons get you.
Oh yeah, those like gemstone dragons,
Yeah.
they're crazy. Like 70k XP when you kill one. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it's like 70k combat XP as well, I think.
Yeah. It's quite a bit.
I think some of them have a chance of dropping an Onyx as well, someone was saying.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I've gotten quite a few Onyx drops from those.
So I assume you're maxed? I don't want to...
Yeah, I'm maxed. I maxed about a year ago, so I haven't been maxed for really too long. And then I guess I remaxed probably just 2 months after Archaeology was out. So,
how was the Archaeology release for you? Because have you played pretty much consistently since you started, or have you had breaks? So, like, have you seen other skill launches and stuff as well?
I like when Divination and Invention were released. I didn't really play the game too much then. So like over the years, I have taken a lot of breaks, years at a time, but I've been playing pretty consistently since I'd say 2016, 2017. I would take, breaks every once in a while, maybe a few months, and just focus on content rather than playing the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Archaeology, that was really fun when that came out. I played like the entire week, just constantly. I was pretty high in the high scores at the start, but then I sort of slowed down and took it pretty slow after that.
Didn't fancy the like 48 hours that I think I did, and I'm pretty sure Ken did a similar thing for their crazy.
I couldn't imagine doing that.
Have you pulled many all-nighters with RuneScape, or are you quite sensible when it comes to that stuff?
I'm quite sensible, yeah. No, I haven't stayed up too late. I'd say probably the latest has been pretty recently, like when I've been streaming. It's just going so well, so I just keep the stream going, and it gets pretty late, but no, not really too many all-nighters.
So what was the first 99 you ever got?
That was probably, I think it was woodcutting. Yeah, I really loved woodcutting, which is kind of weird because it's a pretty slow skill. But yeah, I remember in free to play, I used to cut like yew trees like all the time for money. Like that's probably how I saved up for my first bond back in the day. I don't know, always loved woodcutting.
And then what was the last one before you maxed for the first time?
That was dungeoneering. I don't know why I saved that one to the last. Second last was rune crafting, so I don't know. I don't really like either of those two skills.
Yeah, so I did a little bit of dungeoneering with a friend the other day. First time I've actually done proper dungeoneering, and I was 95 dungeoneering at that point.
Oh, really?
And I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it. It was like the first run through the floors though, because I hadn't done them before, so I wasn't getting huge amounts of XP. But I don't know. I think if I hadn't been maxed in other skills, it's quite nice because you get little bits of XP for everything while doing it. And
yeah, it is kind of nice, like I guess early game, because you get to level up all those other skills as well. But I don't know. I don't really like it too much. Like I'll definitely just be training it through elite dungeons for the rest of the grind to 120.
Yeah, I've got just over 2 mil XP to 99, so I will probably do that in ED2 mostly, I'm imagining, because I too am on kind of a bit of a Slayer grind. I want 115 so I can get Magister kills without having to boost or anything like that.
Yeah, nice.
What would you say your favourite skill training game is? I'd imagine Slayer?
Yeah, definitely Slayer. I guess for just a regular skill,
is it still woodcutting, or is that kind of lost its charm over the years?
I did do a lot of woodcutting. Like I don't know, maybe 102 woodcutting now, but no, I don't really do woodcutting much. I'd probably be Archaeology right now, to be honest, because it's so new. I kind of do still sort of enjoy that. It's kind of AFK and slow, so I don't know. Do it while you're doing something else, and you can multitask with it pretty easily. So
it's AFK and slow, and you go into all these different, like, really nice graphically sort of designed areas as well.
yeah, the areas are really well done. That was like really impressive on their part. Hopefully, the new dig site that they're gonna come out with is gonna be pretty awesome too, and add some more stuff.
Sorry. Thanks for the raid, DWO. Hello, everybody. I've got a few more questions to go through with Silence, and then we're going to be doing a Twitch chat Q&A, so stick around for that in a little bit. So, have you played many other MMOs, or has RuneScape been the only one that you've done?
I don't really think I've played in many other MMOs. I guess I probably tried like World of Warcraft at some point, but definitely didn't get into that. I played old school a few years ago, gave it a pretty good try, but no, mostly just
No.
RuneScape 3. No, I haven't really played many MMOs. I guess for other games I would play a few shooters. Like I used to play Call of Duty quite a bit. Played Rainbow Six Siege. I'm kind of into that. I don't know, some survival games like Rust. But mostly no, it's just been RuneScape mostly.
So, old school, I guess, why didn't you get into it?
I really couldn't stand how like slow everything was. Like some people really like that. They like how slow the grind is and all that. And like for one example, I just couldn't stand that the run energy doesn't restore quickly at all. You can't even sit down and rest and get it to go up like that. I just really hated that. The tool belt, like I'd always forget to bring my like farming stuff when I'm going for farming runs, and then you'd have to walk back. It'd take like forever. I couldn't get that. Didn't like that at all.
It's that little kind of quality of life stuff that you just...
Yeah, I really like the quality of life stuff. So I really wish they put it into old school, but I guess a lot of them just don't really like those quality of life stuff. They like making the game harder and more grindier, but I don't know. I'm not really into that.
It's almost an artificial difficulty in that way.
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't just add like a rest option or something like that, but I don't know. I'm definitely enjoy RuneScape 3 a lot more.
So were you playing when EOC launched, the removal of free trade, all of the very tricky moments, I guess, in its history?
That was probably, I think I was on a bit of a break around then. I don't really remember playing when EOC first launched. So yeah, I probably was on a break. I think I do remember when they added Legacy. I'm not really sure when that was, but I do remember when that update was added to the game.
Have you got a favorite pet in game?
Favorite pet? There's definitely a lot of boss pets that I would like to have, but I don't. I would really like to have the Araxi pet, stuff like that. But I only have one boss pet, which is like Twin Furies.
All right, nice.
I don't know. My favorite my favorite pet right now would probably be the Slayer pet, since I just got that at like 117 Slayer.
Congratulations!
I've been wanting it for a really long time, so that's probably it.
Well deserved, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
Is there one thing about the current state of RS3 that you'd change to improve it?
I don't know. I guess like I don't really mind the MTX too much. I don't find it's like too intrusive, I guess. I don't know. I guess they could sort of change that part of it. I've never really had a big issue with it.
I think a lot of people's issue is that you can just directly buy XP.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Like,
and it sort of does take away like from the take away the sense of accomplishment for a lot of players, but I don't know. I've never like been tempted to buy XP from microtransactions or anything. I think something else that they could probably improve is like the tick system and stuff like that to make it a bit more responsive. I don't know. There's been like a lot of worlds crashing lately, and the pings have been pretty high. Stuff like that. Work on like the servers, I would say.
Fix the servers. Yeah, that's like
Probably best.
even in some low population worlds, I know some people have been complaining about like dead clicks and stuff, and it's just
Yeah.
if you're doing like these high risk, high reward bosses, and you have like you think you press resonance and then it just doesn't go through, it could be the end.
Yeah, that's really frustrating if that happens. And like maybe they could even like remove some worlds, because there are a lot of low population worlds, and all the bosses, they're instanced now. So I don't know, probably wouldn't need too many if that would speed it up any. I'm not sure.
Just condense them down and fiddle them
Yeah.
around a little bit. Yeah, something like that. So back to YouTube. How, I guess, did you come up with the idea for the like Road to 120 Slayer? What was the initial spark?
Slayer's always been my favorite skill. And I don't know, I've always wanted to get up to 120, and at that time I really wanted to start a series. So I guess it sort of just appeared, and I just came up with that idea. I did start a series before that, which was like a Road to Scratch series, but I kind of stopped that pretty early and then switched to Road to 120 Slayer, just because I enjoyed Slayer so much. That's what I was like enjoying the most in the game at that time. So that's sort of why I started it. And now like it's like 9 months later, I still haven't gotten there, and it's getting a bit I'm getting a bit tired of Slayer now. So I kind of do just want to get it over with.
Yeah,
To be honest,
I mean,
yeah.
when you because 119 to 120 is like how much XP? It's like
I
11,
think it's
12
like,
mil, right?
yeah, it's 11 or 12 mil.
And it's basically the same as 1 to 99. That's so
Yeah,
long without actually seeing
yeah.
improvement.
So it's gonna be a pretty long grind, and like, I don't know. Hopefully, I can get it done pretty soon. I was trying to get a lot of it done on double XP, but didn't play as much as I wanted to. So I don't know. Hopefully, it's done relatively soon.
So, what other types of videos do you enjoy making on the channel?
Well, I've always made money making guides. That's something I've enjoyed doing. When I first started the channel, I really wanted to make loot videos and stuff, so that was one of my main ideas. I've done quite a few of those. The only problem is they do take a long time to make. So that's the only downside about those sort of videos. But yeah, those I probably enjoy making the most. Also, like I do really enjoy making the Road to 120 Slayer series and sort of progression series as well. Although they do also take a lot of time as well. So,
I guess
yeah,
it's a
aside
lot
from
of
that,
I guess it's a lot of time in game for not a lot of time in the
yeah,
video is the thing that people
yeah, and then you could like
sometimes
just make
don't.
yeah,
Yeah,
you could just make like a guide, and that would be like it's a lot of time editing the video and stuff, but barely any time in game. You just need like a few clips in game and stuff. So I don't know, there's a bit of a difference there. Like whenever I get a bit tired of playing RuneScape, I'll probably just lean towards making more guides where I wouldn't have to play the game as much. That's sort of how I've been balancing it and making sure I don't really just burn out completely.
I guess by making the guides, it kind of gets you thinking about other stuff that you kind of want to do in the game and keeps
Yeah, and
that motivation going.
yeah, it gives me a break from constantly playing the game as well, which is kind of nice. So that's how I like sort of offset it, I guess.
And what is your favorite money making guide or money making method that you've ever done a video on?
I one that I did when I was like a pretty low level that I really enjoyed was making sacred oil. I made a guide on that, I think, a while ago. That was one of my favorite money making methods back in the day. So probably that one. Yeah.
Is it still viable, the oil?
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
that's for
it's still
the
decent
tires,
money, I
right?
think. Yeah, it is. I mean, last time I checked, it was about, I think, 3 or 4 mil per hour at least, and there's not really many requirements for it. But I haven't checked in a while. Yeah, I don't know. I also do like a lot of Slayer sort of money making methods as well. Like
Yeah.
another one I did was the Ascension creatures. That's one I did a lot back in the day, so I always liked that one. stuff like that.
I've been doing a little bit of that recently. I got the caps in my player and dungeon.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's really
Legacy
good.
mode, and they just just get one shot. It's so easy.
Nice. Yeah, you can get a lot of
Yeah.
keys doing that.
Yeah, I think in an hour and a bit last night I got close to like 25, 30 keys, so it worked out 8 mil, which was
Yeah, that's
insane
really good.
really for using
Good.
2 aggro pots and a few divine charges. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, really good profit right there. Yeah, I've liked my crystal shapeshifters in my player on Slayer dungeon. I find they're pretty good, especially on task.
I've got them, and I've got the spiritual warriors just for the components.
Okay, yeah.
That's the
Yeah, I
current
think I've heard
setup.
so. Yeah.
So what would you say the biggest challenge for you about YouTube is?
Biggest challenge. Probably uploading so consistently. Because I try to upload 2 or 3 times per week. So sometimes I would obviously need to take a few breaks because it is quite a bit of uploading, and like coming up with all those video ideas can be difficult sometimes. I mean, I do have like just a sort of a pretty long list of just ideas that I want to make. So I don't know. That's probably the hardest part though, is just constantly making videos. Not really getting too much of a break.
Yeah, so have you got like much of a backlog of sort of things, or is it a case of you literally release them basically as they're made?
I usually release them as soon as they're made, which it would be really nice to get a backlog of them. I'm gonna try and do that actually, because I might try and take a week off next week, and maybe I might try and get a backlog of them, schedule them, stuff like that. So that would definitely be a good idea if I could do that.
It's something I kind of wanted to do with the interviews, but it's never really happened
Yeah,
because it's quite hard to sort of organize getting people on all the time. So it's
yeah, that's true. It'd be hard organizing that kind of stuff.
But it's quite nice. It is a shame there's not a huge amount of collabs and stuff that happen between.
Yeah,
I know you did one with Tonics before, right?
I did. Yeah, that was a fun one. I actually did the sacred oil money making method in that video, doing that challenge. Yeah, that was really fun. We should do more collabs. There haven't really been many at all lately.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's moved to Twitch though, because it's that live chat interaction that people see, and then it's just sort of highlights of it get uploaded onto YouTube now, rather than the whole kind of thing being put in a video and then sent off.
Yeah, Twitch has been doing pretty well, under RuneScape, I believe, lately.
Yeah, ever since, well, kind of the pandemic, to be honest. Everyone's at home and everyone's watching. Like, it's helped Jagex out so much, I swear. It kind of sucks that that's how it has had to be, but it's up the player base and the people watching. Like, it's been a really good time for anyone that was already had a bit of a base streaming and making stuff. They've had a good few months.
Yeah, even YouTube, the views have definitely been up the last few months for sure.
So, because you stream a little bit yourself, what do you find is kind of your favorite thing about
that? Yeah, I've streamed just a few times and sort of just started. It's definitely a lot different from YouTube. Just getting the interaction with your viewers, I guess, in real time. That's probably the best thing about it. And the biggest difference. So that's what I like the most about it right now. You get to really just talk to them in real time, which is really nice, instead of just like answering comments and stuff like that.
And you can get all kinds of tips and tricks from them that maybe you hadn't thought about.
Oh yeah, they've helped me a lot for sure. Give me a lot of extra tips.
Because I did my first Elite Dungeon 1 and 2 run on stream a couple of weeks ago now. And the amount of help I had from chat, because I'd barely looked at like any guides or anything, so I was kind of I'd give it one attempt, and then I'd see everything that like chat had written. I was like, okay, let's go back to and give it another go and get a little bit further. And it was a nice kind of learning experience that I feel everyone in chat really helped with.
Yeah, they've helped me with a lot of stuff like that as well. Probably when I like learn some of those high level bosses, I'll probably stream that and they'll help me through it. I kind of like that a lot more than sort of just watching a guide over and over again and learning it that way. I think it's kind of nice having that interaction and them helping you out.
All right, lovely. Well, I've pretty much covered everything I had. So let's see if anyone in the Twitch chat has any questions for you, Mr. Silenced. We'll give them a little minute to come up with some bits, but I'm going to start with, what's your favourite curry, or do you have curry much? Because I know in America it's not a particular...
I do not have curry, no. Not often at all.
Have you ever had it?
Maybe once or twice, but no, very rarely.
Hello, Scaredy Ginge with 73 others. How are you doing, everybody? You've actually come at the perfect time, to be honest, because we are going to need some questions from Twitch chat. So get your questions going. We're asking Silenced here a load of stuff. Hello everyone. Hello. Nikki's asking what your favourite Slayer mob is. And you kind of said the Dragon's Task, but...
I did. I'll give a different one. Favorite Slayer mob. I don't know. I like a lot of them. I guess on my preferred list, I'd have like Corrupted Creatures. I think I have Dinosaurs on there. Crystal Shapeshifters, since they're in my player-owned Slayer dungeon. I guess I like all of those a lot. Vileblooms for sure. I've gotten like 2 Blast Diffusion boots in my Slayer series, so definitely like those for sure.
Very nice. I was, just before we hopped on here, I had a Vileplume task, and I did the death ones, whatever they are, the long arm things, because I'd never killed them before. I thought I'd give them a go. I know the like higher rate ones are the Snagglers or whatever they're called, right?
Yeah, Luminous Snagglers. That's what I usually do, I believe.
Oh, lovely. We've got a few more questions coming in. Jaxis asking if you make enough money off YouTube to make a living just off of that.
Well, I do YouTube part-time, like I'm in school as well. So I don't really make enough money off of YouTube for a living. I also have I had a full-time job this summer, and worked for that like when I'm not in school. So no, it's not like my full-time job or anything. And I don't think it ever will be. It's sort of just something I enjoy doing, and I make a little bit of extra money off of it for sure, though.
It's a nice little kind of side hobby, I guess.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if you enjoy it.
Nikki asking if you think you're going to go for the Slayer collection log as well.
I feel like the Slayer collection log would take a long time to complete. So I don't know if I'd go for that. Maybe a few of them. I could see myself going for 200 mil Slayer after 120 Slayer, though. I definitely need a pretty solid break, do some bossing and stuff, and not touch Slayer for a decent amount of time before I do any more, though.
Scary asking what your favourite place within Gielinor is. You were very close with the spelling of Gielinor. You just need to swap the first I and the E round, and then you were there.
Favorite spot? It's a tough one.
Somewhere to just go and chill out. Like, where would you, if you had to be trapped in Gielinor, where would you be trapped?
It'd probably be the Max Guild. Has everything you need, really. Green Exchange, Bank, probably there.
Little Miss CM's asking how old you are. Obviously, it's down to you if you want to answer that, because, you know.
How old am I? I'm 21.
Alright, lovely. Okay. I Experience doesn't watch a lot of YouTube, so is asking who you are and why you're worth listening to.
Okay, so I started my YouTube channel about 2 years ago. I think I have about 14,500 subscribers. I make a lot of money making guides, loot videos, just random guides for RuneScape. So that's basically why you should watch my content if you enjoy that sort of stuff.
Sales pitch time, yeah. We kind of, I guess it's a different question, but where do you think the most pretty place in Gielinor is?
It'd probably be one of the new dig sites, actually, I'd say. Maybe, I kind of like Everlight a lot. Probably that one. Also Prifdnis, that's really nice as well, but I would say the dig sites, since they did put a lot of work into those.
I really like Anachronia. Some of the areas in Anachronia are so nice.
Yeah, Anachronia does look really nice.
And even the music as well. So nice. I don't know. Do you play with game sounds on, or did you ever, or is that?
I do rarely, so no, I don't usually have the game sounds on. No, I usually listen to like some other music, some Spotify music while I'm playing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I generally play with sounds off. Sometimes when streaming, I'll put them on, and when I'm doing bosses, I quite like to have sound effects and stuff on because I think I go through sound cues more than I realise. Because I was doing Next the other day, and I didn't have the sound effects on, and I was like, wait, this feels so wrong because in Shadow Phase there's like a big noise when she does the attack if you stood still, and I couldn't get the timing because I couldn't hear it.
I don't think I've ever done Next with the sound on. Maybe I should try that. Help me out.
Who would win, Telos or Viraga? That's
Telos.
That's a tricky one, isn't it?
I put my money on Telos.
I don't know, because Viraga, you don't actually...
I haven't even tried Viraga, really.
Well,
so.
I think lore-wise, you don't actually fight him at full power, right? He's almost holding back, because he, literally killed Tusker.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably a little bit more powerful than he makes out to be.
Yeah.
Nick is asking if there's one thing you're able to change in the game, what would it be? Which we kind of covered. Spoilers for an event that you can't even see. It's already happened. Tusker's in the middle of the desert. Sorry. Where did we get to? How did you get into RuneScape? We actually kind of asked that right at the start of the interview, but I don't know if you want to quickly sum it up for everyone that's come in.
So one of my friends, when I was in elementary school, he showed me RuneScape. That's basically why I started playing it. He really got me into it, showed me all the cool things about it, all the skills and stuff and making money. I think the first thing he showed me was like him killing some moss giants. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. So just a friend getting me into the game. Did a lot of stuff with him too. That's how I really started to enjoy it.
So, Jaxis asking, if you were a type of donut, what kind would you be?
Let's go with one of those jelly donuts.
Jelly? Oh, of course, jam. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm assuming you mean like filled with jam, right?
Filled with jam, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it was just the American.
Yeah, we probably say it differently.
Yeah, I was just imagining because jelly over here is like wobbly, and I was imagining just a donut with this wobbly jelly on the top.
Yeah. That would be so weird.
Favorite boss was Araxi. We covered that a little bit earlier. Yep. And they're talking about spoilers because Virago. Yeah, well. Oh, Shannon, you should do some quests. Quests are fun. Lots of fun stuff to learn, and if you pay attention to them, you kind of realize how deep the world is and how much stuff there is that you might not realize as well.
That's something I don't really do. I don't really pay attention to the lore and the quests. I'm really not a big fan of quests.
I did One of a Kind. I don't know if you've done that one.
Yeah, I think I did.
That was really good. I really enjoyed that one. I did that earlier this week. And yeah, really nice. We kind of answered your question, hypocrite, of do you like questing? Oh no, what happened there? Hang on, I've disappeared. One sec. Wait, why did that... Right, I'm still trying to... Shannon, I'm still trying to work out this cam link thing. I thought I had it fixed because it was taking 2 hours before the camera turned off, but we got there. Anyway, so yeah, hypocrite, we kind of asked that. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
No. Don't know what that would feel like.
Oh no. I mean, I know what it's a reference to.
I do not.
It's a song, I believe. Because the next line's floating in the wind, right? Drifting through the wind. There we go. There we go. Little Miss CMs has it as well. Katy Perry, Nikki, look at that. Nikki with the knowledge. Oh, I love it. Right. What do you think of the fact that the Twitch community and YouTube community are growing? Because obviously we've had the Golden Gnome nomination thing.
Yeah, I'm really
this
glad
week.
that's back on.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tricky choice for people because there's so many new people out there. There's so much. Honestly, I don't know how anyone could pick.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how many new creators there've been. Because I think when I started, there really wasn't many. I think there's probably only one or two others. I guess Dark World Order started around when I did as well, though. So yeah, I don't know. Pretty excited that it's been getting a lot bigger. I hope it gets even bigger. I was always anticipating that when RuneScape Mobile comes out, it's gonna get bigger. I really hope it does. But I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, right. Well, I feel like they're talking about other stuff down here. Hang on. Hypocrite with a very personal question of: do you have a girlfriend?
No, I do not.
Okay. Do you think the competition helps, or like does it help your channel having all this other competition out there? Do you reckon it gets more people watching your stuff?
I think it helps. I think it just gets more people watching RuneScape content. I mean, we don't really have like too many content creators, so I think the more we get, the better it is. Really, it just makes the game more popular overall, I find.
I've been told to ask you what a flapjack is.
That's a pancake.
A pancake?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Same thing.
What?
You don't know what a pancake is?
I know what a pancake is.
A pancake's a flapjack.
Let me Google pancake and see what comes up. That is not a flapjack. Right. Give me 1 second, streamy people, and we will see if this picture. Hang on, wait.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me add this image, and then I'm going to do a poll, and we're going to see what people think it is. Okay. Right. That. What is that? How do I do a poll on here? Wait. See? Pancake. That is pancakes. So, wait. So is that a flapjack as well? Hang on. Can you see the picture or not? Have you got the stream open?
I can, yeah.
Yeah?
I can.
So wait. So is that a pancake? Wait, so that's a flapjack?
Wait.
That is not a flapjack. Right, let me find you a proper flapjack. Okay, I'm going to Google flapjack and see what comes up. Actual flapjack! What a surprise! Oh, that's not a very appetizing picture, but it does the job. And if I do this, suddenly your flapjack is going to be replaced with proper flapjack. There it is. See?
Okay. It looks like a granola bar. Sort of.
Kind of, yeah, but sweeter, and softer generally. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, we don't really have them much over here, I guess.
Dear me, why is that a thing? Why are they? Who knows? Anyway, let's get rid of that off the screen. Okay, right. Where are we at? Will you make boss guides in your future?
Yeah, but that would probably be in a while. I'd need to really learn them really efficiently first, and I definitely haven't done that with a lot of them. But I would like to. Yeah, I'd like to make guides on basically anything, really.
Follow up to the girlfriend question. Do you want one?
Not actively looking right now, no. But I don't know. If the time comes, then maybe.
And Nikki, another question. Look at this, on fire. What did you think of Jax's first attempt at the RS3 esports thing, the race to ready stuff?
Oh, I thought it was a good idea. Like, it was kind of nice that they did something. Um, like, I guess personally, I wouldn't like doing like a race to ready. I think they could have made it a bit more exciting, like a more exciting challenge or something. But I did like the idea that they did get the community involved and organize something. That was really cool.
I guess one of the issues with it was that it was quite limited who could actually take part.
Yeah, like it was only like content creators, right? And had to be streamed, all of it, which is
Oh yeah, well
pretty difficult.
it was only members of the community, the
Yeah,
content creator Discord,
yeah.
and that was obviously very limited.
It would probably, like, if they opened it to everyone, though, it'd probably be a lot of people go for it, which I guess would be okay. There'd be a lot of like footage to look through, though. But
It would take them a long time, and there's a lot of, I guess, a lot more kind of chances of someone applying that's not eligible and just wasting
yeah,
time trying to get the money to them and everything like that. So
I definitely thought the race was pretty long, though, and it, like, I don't know, just building up an account, they could have made it a bit more exciting. Like, I like those series, like, where you build up account, try and fight a boss, and then beat it as fast as possible. Those are pretty exciting. But it makes sense since they just had a new quest to do it around that.
another issue was the amount of time they gave, like, between announcing it and when it was meant to be done by.
Yeah, there's only like a week or something, wasn't there?
Well, I think they announced it to you guys like the day before.
It was a few days before the quest, yeah, that they sort of announced it, and then you had like a week after the quest was released, I believe.
Okay. Some ideas for some videos for you coming up. Keely Joy is saying you should make some beginner guides. Super new player to RuneScape, and the ones available weren't that easy to follow. So
Okay.
the early game.
I have made quite a few big beginner guides, but there is like a lot of different stuff that you can touch on. Like there's, action bar guides, just some beginner goals, stuff like that. So there's just a lot of different stuff that you can really look up and make content for beginners.
It can be very hard to find a direction, I think, when you're starting playing this game.
Yeah, because it's so open and free. That's why I think like beginner account goals is a pretty good video to watch.
Yeah, because that's a series that you finished it earlier today, right?
I did, yeah. I released my last one.
Where you've been doing sort of 10 goals for different stages of accounts, so people can get an idea of things to work towards. So it might be something that would be worth checking out, Keely Joy, if you haven't seen it yet. I guess, what's the favourite video you ever made? We kind of touched on your favourite money making guide. What's the favourite ever video?
Favorite video? One that really stands out is the I made like a video where I tried Telos for the first time. That was pretty recent. I really enjoyed making that one because it was sort of like a live reactions while I was fighting the boss. There were some pretty funny moments in that video. Yeah, it was probably one of my favorite ones to make. I've also liked like a lot of the Slayer series videos as well. Stuff like that.
Nikki asking what you think of my channel, which is down to you if you want to answer, but also asking what tips you'd give to starting YouTubers.
I think it's great. Like, it's something that we need. Like, you're obviously interviewing a lot of the content creators and I guess getting everyone to know us a lot better. So that's really cool and something that is something we probably needed in the community. Some starting tips for YouTubers. I would say the biggest thing is that you want to be consistent with it. And obviously always try and improve. You want to keep on improving your editing skills and stuff like that. But being consistent and constantly just improving, making videos, stuff like that is something that I would definitely suggest.
Try to make the next video better than the last is the.
Yeah, that's a really good motto.
And yeah, Shannon's saying as well, just consistency is the hardest part of content creation as a whole, because you're not really allowed days off. Like, even if you feel bad, it's like for streamers, it's especially bad, I think, because if you're not streaming, there's a chance that whoever was watching you goes to another channel and finds their new favorite streamer and never comes back.
Yeah, that's true. And with YouTube, I mean, like I have like nearly 300 videos out now, so people are always kind of watching, but you still do need to consistently upload just to keep like the YouTube algorithm happy and stuff like that. So
the ever-changing thing that is the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah. It's confusing trying to figure that out, but
do you know what the fox says? Oh dear, hypocrite. Fantastic questions. I'll give you that. Do you know?
No, I don't.
Wow. You must have heard the song, right?
I probably did, but I can't really remember it.
Okay.
It was a while ago.
Okay, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna put us through that. Nope, I am good. I'm good. Shadow's also say like stuff like clue guides there isn't really on YouTube, and I guess that's true. Lots of people do loot from 100 clues and all that kind of jazz, but not the actual.
Micro's made a few clue guides though, hasn't he? I think he did like a full raw footage of him doing a bunch of clues, I thought. There might be a few clue guides there. But yeah, I'm not really into clues too much.
Wazzy's just posted one in chat as the clue guide.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. Ah, dear. Alright, lovely. So have we got any more? And yeah, I experience is also saying Micro's hard clue guide is like a good walkthrough for hard clues.
Yeah, it's crazy how many clues he does. All those guys that do clues, I don't know. I can't really get into them. They're just so tedious, I find.
To be honest, it's just crazy how much stuff he does. I don't know how he has time to do everything that he does.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but he does do it full time, so there's that.
But full-time work, I mean, if you think about it, full-time work for like someone in a normal retail job is what? 35, 40 hours a week, something like that. Yeah. Maybe 45 if you're pushing it. How many hours do we think Micro spends a week making stuff?
Streams just 40 hours a week, doesn't he?
Exactly. It must be close. Yeah.
Probably way over. Yeah, pretty impressive. And for so long, too. That's really crazy.
Hypocrite asking if you like hate listening back to yourself. I'm going to phrase it like that. When you record stuff and then having to listen back to your voice.
Do I hate listening back to it?
Yeah.
I don't really mind listening back to it. At first, I definitely did, but you definitely get used to it. I think the thing I don't like is if someone plays like my video while I'm in the room. I don't like that because just seeing the reaction and all that, that's something I don't really enjoy.
I guess plays it when you're not expecting it or whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, lovely. So yeah, chat is just kind of a micro shrine at the moment. So he doesn't sleep. He's immortal. So have we got any more questions for Silenced, or are we coming to a close? I feel like we've covered quite a lot of stuff. At actually quite a fast pace, to be honest. We've kind of flown through everything.
Quite a few questions there.
So I'm done. I'll give chat a few more seconds to come up with anything. Okay. Wazzy asking, do you know the silence from Doctor Who? You watch Doctor Who?
No, I don't.
Do you watch much TV at all? You got a favourite show?
I don't. I guess I watch some stuff on Netflix and stuff. Haven't watched anything recently. I don't know. I watch a lot of different stuff. One thing that pops up is maybe Prison Break. Watched that a while ago. Liked that.
Little Miss asking if you still play many other games. You said you kind of play some Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, I played that a lot this past year, but I've taken a bit of a break from that. I've been playing Rust a bit recently, especially when I got my new PC. I tried that out, but no, I don't really play too many other games. I guess I have like a PS4 too. I have like a baseball game on there that I play some.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, beautiful. Well, let's call it to an end there. So thank you very much for coming on, Mr. Science. And before you disappear, is there anyone that you would like to shout out?
Put me on the spot here.
Of course.
Shout out for another content creator.
Anyone. Could be
Anyone.
your community
Okay,
or...
I'll shout out KJ. KJ's helped me with a lot of stuff, especially in my Road to 120 Slayer series. He always does like Elite Dungeons too with me and stuff like that. Just helps me out, teaches me a lot about the game as well. So definitely KJ. Yeah.
All right, sweet. Well, thank you once again for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, like the video. You can't really like it on Twitch, so just press the follow button instead. And yeah, until next time, everyone, stay safe.